Here this is the dashboard that we'll be building in the basic part of this course. So in the basic part of the course, we'll be focusing mainly on how to be comfortable using the interface and adding visuals, and also how we can change the visuals. How can we change the colors and some other formats. And of course, we'll be adding multiple or different visuals like cards, pie charts, bar charts, and line charts, and even maps. So the point of the basic part of the course is just be comfortable using Power BI. We will not be focusing on cleaning or business concepts or any other things beside just being comfortable with the interface and the visuals. So this is what we'll be building. So let's start building it. We are going to open a blank report, and from here we are going to start with building the dashboard. But before building the dashboard, we need to load the data because we cannot build any visual without data inside the visuals. So we need to come to home, and from here, from the data group, we can select the source that we are going to load our data to the Power BI. So we have Excel, we have SQL Server, we have even Dataverse. And when we click in Get Data, we have even more sources that we can load data to Power BI. Here, our source is going to be CSV file. So we are going to come to CSV file and click. And from here, we can browse into the file the source that we are going to load the data to Power BI, and then click open. Now what Power BI is doing is taking the data or the source that we selected and try to load it into Power BI. And here we have like a glimpse or a view about the data that we loaded or the file that we selected. So we have some like the columns and some data and even delimiter and these things. And then we can just load, or we can select transform data. But when we select transform data, it will get us into Power Query. Power Query, we will be using it or we'll be learning it in the intermediate part of the course when we want to apply some cleaning to the data. But for now, we are just going to load it because we don't want to clean anything. And since it is only one table, so there are no relationships or no connection between it and other tables. Of course, we are going to have in the intermediate and advanced part of the course, we'll be using a larger data sets and with multiple tables. But for now, we are going to be using only one table, which is Superstore. It contains 51,000 rows. And when we click here in the data pane, we have the table and we have the columns that we have in the table. Since we load the data, now we can start building the dashboard. When we come to here, we have the first one, we have the cards. We need to add cards and then add data to the cards. So we need to come to here, and when we come to here, we have different visuals for cards. We have the first one, which is card, and the second one, which is the new card, you can say. And even we have multi-row cards. So if we want the cards to be in multiple rows, we can use this one. We will be using this one, the cards, which is the new one, and click on it. And now we have the card in the report. We need now to add the data to the card. So we need to come to here, and it is average sales. So we need to come to our columns and search for sales and drag the sales into the field. And when we drop it, it is going to be added into the card, as you can see here. But here the default always when we drag and drop like the columns or the values into the card, it is going to be the sum of sales. So it's going to be like sum. So we don't want sum, we want average. So we come to here to this arrow and click on it. And here we can select whatever we want. We wanted average, minimum, maximum count, or median, or anything else. We'll select just the average. And of course, we can use median if we want to prevent or we want to ignore the outliers. Let's make it just average for now. So here it changes into average of sales. And if we want to make it, if we want to move it, we can just click and drag to move it anywhere we want. If we want to make it bigger or smaller, we can select it and make sure you are selecting it. And then we can drag to make it bigger or smaller, taller or shorter. And let's drag it to be here. And now we want to change the format. We don't want it to be this size because it is small. I mean, the text inside it is small. We want it to be bolder and bigger. So we need to select it. And then not from here, we need to go to the second tab, which is Format Visuals. And from here, we can change things that we want. We have callout values. And these ones, or these values, or these tabs will be changed according to the visual. So because we are selecting a card, we have callout values and category label. Okay? If we are selecting another visual like a line chart, these ones will be different. So we select this one, and from here we can change the callout value. Callout value, it means like the number that we have here. We want it to be bigger, and also we want it to be bolder. If we want it to be bolder, and even we can change the color. Just we want it to be like this. And now, and if we want to make the text bolder, we can just again select the card, come to the format visual, and we have here the category label. If we want to hide it, we can just click here. We can click here to show it. And here we can change the size. We can make it even bolder if we want, and we can change the color. So this is okay. This is what we want. But as you can see here, the average sales is 861, while here the average sales is 3,000. So this happens because in this chart or this dashboard, we use the median. If we click here, select this one, and come to here, we can see it is median. And because median like reduce the outliers, so it is getting less than the average. So when we click here and come to here and change it to median, this is gonna be the same. And if we want to change and if we want to change the text, instead of median of sales, we want it to be average sales. So we can come to the field and double click. So it is going to be, we are going to select the whole text and change it from here. We can say average sales. So now enter, so it is changed. So now we created our first card. In the next lesson, we'll learn how we can add more cards in faster way.